The mind maps things in our world. Thus, if you can learn how to connect to their personal map, they're going to be much more likely to fall into rapport with you, and you're not even going to have to try. Hi everyone, it's John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, and welcome to Super Motivational Friday. Thanks for stopping by. Here to give you some inspiration to make your life just a little bit easier and more fun. How many times have you ever wanted to be in rapport with someone? Maybe it was a friend, business associate, somebody you were trying to date. You were trying to become in rapport with them, but maybe you were using tactics that were artificial and made you seem like somebody that was untrusting. Now that might not have been your intention, probably wasn't, but you just tried so hard and you didn't know how to quote unquote impress them. But really, to impress them, you need to become interested. So to become interested, one way that you can do this is to use their language. So if you're talking with someone and they said, you know, I really enjoy food that has Parmesan cheese in it, especially when it's Italian. You might come back and say, oh, so food with Parmesan cheese is Italian? What kind? So I used their language and I repeated things back. Maybe you're teaching somebody something and they say to you, I don't quite understand. I don't get what you're talking about when you're trying to ask me to summarize my thoughts. Oh, so you want me to go over more of the summarizing of thoughts. And even though they know what you're doing, they're gonna be okay with it. So using someone else's language helps them. We've talked about auditory, visual, and kinesthetic before. When you use the language that represents their makeup, their NLP, we've talked about this before, their representation of the world. Remember we said the mind maps things in our world. Thus, if you can learn how to connect to their personal map, they're gonna be much more likely to fall into rapport with you, and you're not even gonna have to try. Maybe you're with somebody and they're talking about different types of recipes there. And they say, oh, I really like cake that has the ganache filling and has fondant on top. So fondant on top with the ganache filling sounds yummy. Now, you just played the words right back to them. And they're like, and now their eyes light up. You know what I mean. If I said to you, I love chocolate cake, which I do, and then you came back to me and said, oh, so different kinds of cake. You didn't say chocolate. You didn't say the fact that I love chocolate cake or chocolate cake, something you love. You can reverse the words, so it doesn't mean, so you don't say the words exactly the same way. And so when you do this, you're already in rapport with me because you are connecting with me in the same way that I see the world and I represent life. That's what rapport is. When you try to force yourself and become something to please someone, you just get thrown to the curb and you don't even get a chance. I see this happen with a lot of people that are on dates. And they're having this, let's call it the first date. And it's not supposed to be a fact finding, it's supposed to be a comfortable either drink or lunch or what have you. And one of my tips is always to do something short, because if you don't enjoy it, you can always end and say, I had other plans. If you like, you say, gee, well, why don't we go do this, or why don't we go catch dinner? Now you're having this conversation with this person, and they say, well, I love traveling, especially in the northern parts of Europe, because I like the kind of food there. Oh, the kind of food you like comes from the northern parts of Europe. Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm doing? And your eyes just relit up again, just like when you said it. So I know this takes a little bit of practice, but friends, if you make an effort to just become interested and follow their language, repeat it back, now you can have a conversation. So you like that kind of food too? I do. Oh, that's wonderful. Wow, and then they might ask you something like, well, what kinds of other desserts do you like? you and build rapport so you can continue to build and keep the relationships that you've been striving for your entire life. It's not that hard. Let's play with it and let's just use their language in the reverse order. Hey everyone, I know you liked the video. Give me a thumbs up, click on the bell notification icon and the subscribe button so you'll be instantly notified when I post new content about motivation. And then go below the video, click on the link and make the choice to buy my team that cup of coffee. You know, we'll be so grateful and thankful for these pennies and dollars that you give us. Yes, those pennies and dollars that you give us, we'll be so thankful for. I'm doing it right there. Have yourself a great rest of your weekend and I'll see you in another video real soon.